Every drink has a story. Every shift has a moment that sticks with you. Good, bad, or completely insane, behind the laughter, the chaos, and the clinking of the glasses, that's where the real stories live. This is Bartender Bangaz, where we pour out the truth straight. No chaser. Yo, what's up? Welcome to this week's episode of Bartender Bangaz, the podcast where the truth always gets poured out after last call. My name is Mark the Shark, aka Schmark, and today we are out in Long Beach, New York, with one of the most well-known bartenders out here. If you've been to a bar out here, he's probably been your bartender. Let's give it up for my man Gavin from Minnesota's.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, man. We've heard a lot of good things about you. I've never met you until right now, but...
No, it's a pleasure to have you. Come down to our little private island down here. Thanks for coming.
A little slice of paradise. We hit off these the same way every time. Give us your credentials, why we should listen to your opinion today, and how you got started in bartending, what brought you to where you're at now.
It's funny, I was listening to one of your other podcasts, and someone brought up their working papers. I forgot that those even existed. But yes, the day I got my working papers, is that 14 or 16? I remember 14.
I think you can get them at 14.
14.
Yeah.
I brought it home, and I go back to my parents' house, and my dad has been hounding me for the last 6 months, and he's like, when are you getting your working papers? When are you getting your working papers? When are you getting your working papers? I get them. He goes, what are you still doing here? Go get a job. Get out. So there was a bar 2 blocks from my house called Blue Point. It's currently the beer garden. But I went in there. I said, they didn't even open yet. It was their debut day, was the next day. And I walked in with my little blue cardboard sheet, and I go, hey, I'm looking for a job. And the bartender behind the bar is this Irish guy, Brendan. He's a local down here. He goes, I don't give a shit about that. Get some fucking ice. And we said, and we kicked it off right away. So I worked. I remember he'd never worked anything in my entire life. And he puts me back behind the bar. And he's like, all right, you'll bar back for me. It was probably 11:30, 12 o'clock on a Wednesday, Thursday. And he was like, Gavo, you can get out of here. Here's your tip out. And he handed me $90.
At 14.
At 14. And I came home that night and I said, Mom, I'm not going to college. Yeah. I'm going to be rich.
Yeah, I already am. Yeah.
So from there, I was literally just a barback busboy. Then moved on from there. Where I really kind of became myself was at the Cabana in Long Beach.
Okay.
Which is just a couple blocks away. I worked there from 15 to 22 probably, on and off. I actually just bartended their Christmas party this past Monday, but it was just a little spot gig. But that's truly where I met all my bar people and my friends for life. I obviously coming out of high school, I had my squad, but a lot of them either moved away or, got out of Long Beach. And the Cabana family is really kind of where I sprouted. Then I went away to college, came back, did a little stint there. I was working at Bricks and Barley down here. I worked at Lily's of Long Beach.
And you said you bartended in college also?
Yeah, I bartended at this place, Pearl Street Pub. It was this 3-floor club.
And where was that?
It was right in the heart, right in the city capital. It was this. It was the main spot to be.
Of where?
Of Albany.
Of Albany. All right.
Yeah,
I didn't know you went to Albany.
Yeah.
So you're up in Albany.
Yeah, it's up in Albany. And it was just this 3-floor club. It was so hilarious. You would go in, and the front door would be all rap music. So all the people that want to listen to rap went over there.
Yep.
And then your second floor was all white people, Blink 182, no,
Yeah.
they're sing along
punk, punk.
punk. And then the third floor was all house music. And everyone was so damn lazy that they didn't want to make it up to the third floor, which I thought would be probably the most popular spot.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh man, these stairs are insane. So we would, that was where you got your drinks, because the bar would be the
Empty.
But yeah, did a couple stints there. But I tried my hardest to work at Albany as much as possible, but they were like, they're like a cult up there, you know, like people that live up there, they don't leave. So then I came back and I ended up getting into the union, and I was in an operating engineers union, and I retired from bartending, I thought, and then one thing led to another, and I needed work.
Yep.
And I was drinking in the cabana one night, and the girl who was managing here at the time, she asked me if I could bartend the Minnesota's Christmas party. And I come in, and I was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. I haven't bartended in a while, but I'll do it just because, you know, fun guy. And Ryan, her name is, she's like, yeah, no problem. Just get back there. Just, you know, you don't have to charge anyone. Just it's a Christmas party, you know, act like you know.
Right.
And I'm used to the cabana Christmas party is one of the craziest days of my life every single year. It's bananas. There's people with their shirts off. We're going nuts. Drinks everywhere. Doing slip and slides. Who knows? And it's different every time. DJ Teddy on the mix.
Anything could happen.
And anything could happen. And so I come into the Minnesota's Christmas party, thinking like I've only been to one before, you know, or one type of Christmas party.
Right.
And it's oddly quiet. And I'm like, I don't know anyone besides the girl who asked me to work this gig. I'm looking in this corner, and it's very cliquey. And a lot of these people don't work here anymore. It's changed immensely. But there's like, this crew is here. That crew's over there. These girls are over here. The kitchen guys are over here. And I'm like, this is not what a Christmas party is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to, like, get absolutely crushed and have the sickest night of our lives.
Right.
And so I'm like, guys, I know I don't know any of you, but do you mind if I take this over? And they're like, sure. So I take the iPad. I start putting on some, like, jams, some absolute jammy whammies, like, sing-alongs, like, just to get the blood flowing.
Yep.
And then put all the tables together. We start playing drinking games. I'm like, yo, I don't care if you are a waitress, a barback. I don't care if you're the dishwasher. Let's go. On the table. Let's do this. It ended up, we were there for 10 hours. Everyone's dancing on the tables, having the sickest time.
Yep.
And we had the night of our lives. And then the next day, the owner of Minnesota's called me, and he goes, hey, man, do you want to work here? I was like, I'm supposed to be retired, but for a goof, I'm in. Yeah, why not? And here we are. That's 7 years later now.
7 years you've been here.
Yeah, 7 years later.
For people who haven't been to Long Beach, New York, describe it, you know, because it's its own little place. It's different from anywhere else in Long Island.
Yeah, so I always say that when people are like, oh, you're from Long Island, this seems like so douchey of me to say, but it's like, no, I'm from Long Beach. It's like, it's actually its own entity, you know, like where, like people talk to me about bars out in Suffolk County and North Shore, and I was like, I have never been there in my life. Like I've never been on like it's crazy, because Long Beach, like we're so secluded, it's like impossible to get to.
Right.
And we have everything here. It's like the sickest time. People are like so lucky to live here. It's expensive as balls to live here, but it's such an incredible, like, tight-knit community. And it has changed like a bit over the years, you know, like where I would say when I was like 16, like bar backing in the bar or whatever, people that weren't from Long Beach that would come in, all the Long Beach people were like, yo, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like what?
They were a little territorial.
Yeah. And now I think because it used to be very seasonal, where from Memorial Day to Labor Day, it was insane every day of the week.
Yep.
And then from Labor Day to probably St. Patrick's Day, it was ghost town. But now, I think since COVID, with people working from home and everyone moving down here and everything, and Sandy, we'll get into Sandy afterwards, but Sandy making the houses all these
raised
giant raised houses
Yeah.
is so expensive. A different class of people kind of had to move in. So it's definitely a lot more diverse, Long Island diverse now.
Right,
you
right.
know?
It's so different because it's a little strip of land, right, off of Long Island. It's a little beach community. You guys have like one just long strip that you drive down.
It's 1 mile with, I think, it's from the west. So we're in the west end of Long Beach. So Long Beach itself is one giant island, one barrier island, and there's 3 different pockets. There's the central business district is what they call it, and that's where you have your train station, your commuters, your people that are coming in for the day just to go to the beach, get a slice, maybe dinner at one of the really good bars over there in the middle of town, and get out of there. The West End is where the people live, and this is where the party is. You have probably 15 bars within a 1 mile radius. And every night there's something going on at a different place. And the East End is kind of more residential, where they do have their little select places in Lido Beach, and then you go down to Point Lookout where they're like on the water stuff, but that's a little more cliquey, where they look at you funny if you go in there. So
You guys have a boardwalk that goes along the whole.
yeah, we got a 2.5 mile boardwalk, which we're hoping now that with the new city council that took over, they're going to be able to put more hospitality places on there and allow selling alcohol and stuff like that. Which
On the boardwalk.
On the boardwalk.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
They used to have when I was 8 years old, and then it went away for a long time, and then with different political parties in office, they didn't like it. They did like it. A lot of complaints.
Right.
I think hopefully with the new regime, we'll be able to get
Bring
a little
that
more get some more excitement on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
You know? It's cool to run and look at surfers and I don't know, melt your ice cream on, but if you could have a couple beers at a boardwalk, that would be sick.
Yeah,
you know
bring a whole different crowd too. Yeah, that's fun. And so you've been at Minnesota's now for 7 years. This is, from what I know, one of the hottest places in Long Beach. This is like a staple. People talk about Long Beach.
Minnesota's first opened. It used to be called Lenny's Steakhouse, and it was half the size of this. Then the guys bought it, made it Minnesota's, and it was there was 2 places in Long Beach to go to. It was Chauncey's on the beach and Minnesota's, and it's the tradition. It's never changed. It's still every summer. Our patio is packed. The nightlife is insane. You come here right off the beach with your beach chair. You have a sick time, and it really it's just a staple of Long Beach. You know?
That's being from Long Island. I know I don't come out here too much, but I know of Minnesota's as being the fun, wild, cool.
Well, what I'd say is for people that aren't from Long Beach or because I'm always working the register by the door, right?
Okay.
So I see who's coming in, who's coming out. Minnesota's is the Uber destination. If you're going to Long Beach, you're going to Minnesota.
Getting dropped
you're
off.
hey, even if you're not going there, that's you. I know where Minnesota's is. That's where you go.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, that's a familiar place.
Yeah.
And what kind of crowd do you think this place brings?
It depends on what hour we're talking about. I'd say weekdays more very localized.
Yeah.
We do an awesome patio, dinner service, lunch service throughout the summer, which is just anyone who's on the beach. And then the weekend's a mixed bag. We do 6 Sunday football this time of year because obviously in the winter we slow down a little bit compared to the summertime.
Yep.
But we do a sick football special, which we do every Sunday, including the upcoming playoffs, which I think it's $40. All you can eat, all you can drink. You get a menu with 10 food items on it, and then any drink you can think of.
For $40.
For $40 for the game, and you just get absolutely tanked. So this place is a madhouse. Make your reservations.
So for the entire game, you have $40, all you can eat, all you could drink.
Yeah. Why not us?
I mean,
why not us? Football playoffs around the corner.
You might be
but normally the the first like 8 weeks of the year, it's like bananas in here.
Right.
And then by week 2, the Giants and Jets are both eliminated. So no,
it
so
doesn't
we
really
lose.
matter
We
anymore.
lose with some people, but you know,
Hard being a New York sports fan.
We're on the up though. Come on.
We always
Harbaugh,
we
please.
always say that.
Harbaugh, please come home. Harbaugh.
So that's a good point. Is this place in the summer versus the winter is 2 different animals, right? Can you explain that? Like,
Yeah. So
for the
I mean,
people.
it's just I think people. I wouldn't call it seasonal depression. I just think that people are more motivated. Especially, you have your teachers that are off all summer. That I mean, I don't know a teacher that's not. I don't want to offend any teachers, but like not a drinking lunatic. You know, like come on, teachers, nurses, they're all going nuts in the summertime. But you just have less foot traffic on the street, which some people like. One of Long Beach's favorite terms is local summer, which is right after Labor Day
okay.
till it gets cold as shit.
It's like your fall season is your local summer.
Local summer, where it's still like you get a 80-degree September afternoon, and people are packing the streets. Like Sunday afternoon, you can't get into a bar.
Yeah.
And it's all just people you know, like local, no strangers. It's awesome.
And in the summer, you guys are packed every day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
In the winter, you're not even open for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
We're open Wednesday. We don't open
Wednesday.
We
Okay.
do
So
our
you're-
trivia Wednesday, but Monday, Tuesday we shut it down.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a special occasion. I think people just try and get a little responsible. It's like we're in January now, like this whole like sober January BS that people do. Like
Dry
come on. Oh
January.
my God, enough. You know what's worse than dry January? Damp January. If you text me you're doing damp January, we have problems. We got big problems.
Either go all the way in.
Yeah, like go in or go out.
For sure.
I was talking to my friend yesterday. He said, my buddy Terry, he said that he was doing sober January, but until February 5th. And I was like, how does that make any sense? And he's, well, because I drank till January 5th, so I have to make it up on the back end. I was like, all right, well, all right, respect enough.
That's good. What nights over here get the craziest?
Summertime, Friday, Saturday night, no matter what.
It's a gimme.
It's a gimme. Yeah, that's going to be a Looney Tune fest in here. But my favorite night in the summertime is Thursday, where it's just 2 of us behind the bar. Mm-hmm. I got my buddy Sean Jacoby. He's one of the most talented musicians down here. He's a great act. He plays, and we'll do a nice set, like from 8 o'clock to like let's say 11:30. And we'll have a good crew in here, but then the bar down the block does like a big DJ night. But they only do it from like 11 to 1, right?
Okay.
So Jacoby will play, we'll be partying, we'll have a good crew in here. Everyone comes here to pregame. Then they go down the block and like listen to house music for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we'll just wait. We'll wait it out.
You know they're coming.
And then they close at 1 o'clock, and they all come calling back. And God knows what time we're here.
Yeah. They're all tuned
not trying
up.
to blow myself up, but we may be here till the sun comes up every single Thursday. Sun comes up earlier this time of the year, you know.
Definitely. And it's fun, like those when you have your locals and your friends. Those after hours times are like some of the most memorable times.
Yeah. Like this time of the year, our Thursday kind of transitions to Fridays, where Friday's not as, like, if people are trying to be reserved in the wintertime, they'll kind of pass on Friday a little bit, and then Saturday, Sunday be their days. Mm-hmm. Sunday's huge here. But Friday, we'll be here, like, let's say 8 o'clock, and it's quiet. Like, don't worry. People will be like, oh, where is everyone? Especially people that are traveling from out of town that they don't know. They're like, where is everyone? Where is everyone? Like, don't worry. It's coming. You hear that? You hear the footsteps? It's coming. And then it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're like, whoa, what the hell?
Where did that come from?
Because I like being the last man standing on nights like that, especially if it's just me working or me and like one of my partners or one of my buddies.
Yep.
where I don't have to worry about, a couple of the girls that don't want to stay late or like, barbacks or whatever. Like if it's just us, then I'll wait it out.
Yeah.
And then if all the other bars only have X amount of people in it, then their 8 people will close and they'll move into here. And then the other bars, their 8 people will close and they'll move into here and their 8 people. And then we have
Everybody's,
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
And you got every bartender in town too. So it's like a pocket full of cash.
Yeah, then they come after working for the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Bartenders always hook each other up
That's
extra,
it. Definitely.
Is there a drink that Minnesota's is known for? Do you guys have a drink or just a beer that everybody gets when they come here? Is there like something that you have to get when you're at Minnesota's?
So I'm only 30. So I kind of missed the first era of this beverage.
Okay.
Which I think, I don't know if it's reciprocates around all of Long Island, but it's definitely back here, and that it is the Jager bomb.
The Jager bomb.
And I feel like sometimes I get caught because everyone wants to do a Jager bomb with me, and I heard someone else talking about this on one of your other episodes, and it's like you're sitting in the bar. And this person's like, yo, let's do a shot. Then you go over to that side. Yo, let's do a shot. Or I just did one with this guy. All right, I'll do one. And then you're on this side. Yeah. And now I've done 6 Jager bombs in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to be drooling on myself.
And each customer only did 1.
Yeah,
I've done 6. Yeah.
Yes. So, but it doesn't stop. It's an ongoing cycle, especially over here.
Thank God you're moving. A little bit of your benefit.
Thank God that I always call it bartending superpowers, where if I drank a quarter of the amount that I do while I'm working on the other side of the bar,
For sure.
I would be in jail.
I think any bartender that drinks on shift completely understands that.
That is,
I can drink so much more when I'm bartending and be fine.
Superpowers.
To a certain limit. But I'm sitting down at the bar stool. I drink that even a half of that amount. I get up to go to the bathroom.
You wake up, you're like, where am I?
Holy shit. Yeah.
100%. The superpowers is gone.
And so you guys drink when you're working here.
Yeah.
What is your shift drink?
Well, so I'll preface this with, we have a rule here with drinking on shift, and it is, you're allowed to drink until it becomes a problem. And if it becomes a problem, then you're not allowed to drink.
Yep.
So as long as you can do it, do it.
Yeah.
But as long as and if you mess up, you're in the doghouse.
Definitely, yeah. You start messing up the money, you start messing this up, getting nasty with customers.
Don't be a dick. That's my rule. Don't be a dick.
Yep, definitely.
Which I may have violated once or twice, but that is what it is.
You've been here long enough. You get. But so, what is your shift drink? Like your personal shift drink?
So
what are you drinking when you're working?
Typically, it is a Miller Lite, cold Miller Lite, and a Jager bomb. Which
you guys think we didn't have this one planned out again? Let's try out your shift drink.
Oh, here we go. Now we're getting excited.
Taking this up a notch right here.
Oh, cheers, brother.
So let's get this down here. Cheers to you. Minnesota's. I feel like I'm on part of the staff right now.
Mama's milk. Mama's milk.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, man. I haven't had a Jager bomb in a while.
It's
nice.
Like I said, I was a little too young for the first round of when Jager bombs went viral, and it was like all the YouTube.
I just caught the tail end of it.
Like Guido, like Long Island, Jager bombs.
Jager bomb. Yep.
But I remember I was working at Cabana, and the owner of the place was anti-Red Bull. He thought that Red Bull always caused fights, so he would never carry it. So there was a bar next door, Speakeasy, and they had this shit called like Dragon X on the gun. It was like fake Red Bull.
Okay, yeah.
So one day I was like, yo, we should do folk. I was just trying to be like a putz, and I was like, let's do Jager bombs. So I go next door and I grab a pitcher from Cabana. I'm like, hey, you think I could just grab some Dragon X? And they're like, yeah, sure, go for it. So I fill it up. And then it turned into an every single night thing. We were just pouring pitchers of Red Bull. Like, it completely defeated the purpose of not carrying Red Bull at our place, because we just had pitchers and pitchers and pitchers and pitchers of it.
Of Dragon X too, which is, if anything's causing a fight, Red Bull or Dragon X.
I'm literally breathing. I'm going to breathe fire on you.
What are some drink orders that people have come in and asked you for that are just like the weirdest, just didn't make sense, nastiest drink orders?
I'm going to be honest. We're kind of cookie cutter here. We're so high volume that it's like we don't get insane orders. But someone mentioned on one of your other episodes about the Jager milk. And I've gotten the Jager milk before, and it shot out of this guy's nose. It was like a Tuesday afternoon. There was no one there, and he was alone, blacked off his head, blacked out. And this guy, he's like, "Can I get a Jager milk?" And I felt so bad because he was like a kind of little nerdy, like he was just down for the beach having a good time, but he was feeling himself, and he drinks this Jager milk, and whew, speaking of Dragon X, this thing comes flying out of his nose. I was like, okay, there's not even a bar back there yet. I'm like, this is the first time I'm gonna have to clean in like 2 months. This is insane. Whoops. But the like a red, like not a red flag, but I know that there's gonna be a problem. Is the sugar rim.
Oh, yeah.
The sugar rim.
Like,
no matter what the drink
is going to be a problem, or they're going to be like a bitchy customer?
The person is like, I feel like you're picking up what I'm putting down. We're going to have problems. Like,
yeah.
It's either coming back or
it's that customer is just never satisfied.
Never satisfied. Yeah. Sugar rim. They're never happy.
What about like a drink? I guess like the milk and Jaeger, but is there any other drinks that somebody's ever ordered from you that you just say like, are you serious? You know, like even posting those online, I see like the comments people are making, and there were things that people mix Rumpelmans and Jaeger with, and milk is in so much more than I ever thought. Blows my mind.
And it's like, I know damn well that 5 out of 10 restaurants, they don't even carry milk. They don't even carry milk. So what?
Definitely not behind the bar.
What is that? What do you got? What are you like drinking heavy cream back there? Like, you got to be out of your mind.
Because what's the one drink? Vodka, Kahlua, milk.
The
White Russian.
White Russian. There he goes. There he is.
Yeah, a White Russian's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you put milk in with that. But some of these other things that, like you said, the Jaeger milk. Like, who thought of this?
Yeah. You know,
tequila milk I've gotten before myself.
I was cracking up about, you sent me earlier, you were like, oh, just like a drink that's an annoying to make instead of gross to make.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get into that. But yeah, and give us that.
I wouldn't say it's annoying because I have such a great hack for it. It's like when people complain about the espresso martini.
Uh-huh.
By no means is this really an espresso martini bar, but if you ask for one, absolutely, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
We have this espresso machine in the back, and it's got the whole, the rig. You got to put the beans in. You got to do the whole thing, froth it, whatever the hell it is. And then I figured out this incredible hack where if someone asks me for an espresso martini, I have to go to the back anyway. 7-Eleven is right next door. I just sprint across the street to 7-Eleven. I hit the button. I get the espresso, and I run back across the street. And bang, there's our espresso. Let's fucking go.
That's genius.
It's so easy. $2. It's like $2.49. Come on.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
So if you ever order an espresso martini here at Minnesota's from Gavin, and you do need something from 7-Eleven, let him know before you order it, and he'll grab that for you as well.
Let me get an espresso martini, a Zin, and a 40-pound bag of ice. Thank you.
And a taquito. Is there any drinks that like you refuse to make?
I don't think there's any drink that I refuse to make because I wouldn't say that we have like this asinine drink menu.
Right. But sometimes a customer can come in and ask you for some stuff, and you're just like,
yeah,
sorry.
But I'm supposed to be like the happy-go-lucky guy of this place, so I like to try and at least accommodate anything that we can.
That is a bartender's job. So.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
But
good
I
at
mean,
your job.
you get some bartenders that'll be like, "Go fuck yourself," you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Come on."
And depending
man.
on mood, I could be one of those guys.
Yeah,
You know, like,
absolutely.
for sure. You've had a lot of customers. You've been in the bar business now, 17 years, I think. What is the worst kind of customer, like your worst stereotypical customer to deal with?
So there's two answers to this.
Yeah, we want to hear them all. Give
And
them all.
one is if all right. One's if I'm busy as hell, and one is if I'm not.
And if you're in the bar industry, you get that.
Yeah.
You understand exactly what you're saying right now.
So I'll lead off with the easy answer, which is the person that thinks they own the place, and the person that thinks they deserve more than
Yep.
that think that you are below them because they tip 16%. You know, like
Right.
shut up.
Or because you're serving them. Like
Yeah.
they think they're
And
above you.
I'm
know, like-
sure you've heard this explained 16 times on this podcast, so it's not even point really to go into that. But the other one is kind of a selfish one, but it is specific to here. So if you've been to Minnesota's, you know that we have this square bar. And you typically have like 4 or 5 bartenders back there on a slammed night. But in a local community, everyone knows Gavin. And no, this is not like, I'm not trying, I sound like a douche, I'm not.
No, whether they like you or they
yeah.
dislike you, they
They
know
know
you.
of
Yeah,
me.
you are the man around
So
town.
there will be, let's say the other 4 bartenders will be lined up in front of me. And all you will hear is people screaming over their face, Gavin, 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 Gavin. And then now we have this square bar, so I'm getting it from this corner. Gavin, 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 Gavin. And I just sometimes, like, I'll just fucking, and especially on like a crazy night, I'll just be like, what? Like Adam Sandler, it like, who are you? I'm like, and my favorite thing is I once said to this kid, I go, where did I go to elementary school? And the guy goes, and I was like, exactly. So don't yell my name ever again.
You don't know me well enough to be yelling my name. Right? That's
I love
such a
everybody.
relatable.
Yeah.
That's not selfish because every bartender knows. Like when you were telling the story, I knew you were gonna say what because it's that buildup where you're like, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm cool, and then like this guy or this girl is just like pushing and pushing, and they think they're your friend.
Badger.
What? All right. Yeah, that happened to me. Like it happens to me a bunch.
Yeah.
But like I remember this one time this past summer where like I'm putting an order in the computer, and I just hear like everybody calls me Diddy, right? Like Diddy.
That's questionable.
Yeah, well, the name didn't age well. I get it. It was cool 20 years ago when I got the nickname. But it's just Diddy. And I finally, like, I'm putting stuff in the computer. I'm trying to ring up a tab. And I just, what? And I see, like, it's like the nicest girl that I graduated with.
just
And,
like,
she was just excited to see me. And, like, I felt so bad because I
Yeah.
gave her that what that you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's so funny.
Then they look at you like, oh, what?
Yeah, they feel bad
what did I
immediately.
do?
Yeah, and the
Shut the
person that
fuck
feels bad immediately,
Yeah.
you feel bad that you gave them that what. The person that's like, yeah, you're like,
Yeah, no,
that's the one you're like,
Yeah, normally I.
what elementary school did I go?
what elementary? And it's literally like 5 feet from here. It's like the next building over.
If you just Googled closest elementary school, you could have gotten it.
Literally West is best, baby. Shout out West School.
That's great. What is worse for you, the drunk confident person or the sober confident person?
That's a loaded question.
Well, it's hard because like the
I
drunk
think
confident
that- I
person,
think-
you feel bad for.
See, I don't. So I actually might side on the drunk confident person because
Okay.
at least if they make a fool of themselves, I can be like, well, yeah, he was mangled, like whatever. And he'll probably use that as an excuse also.
Yeah.
So he's covering your ass and the other ass. But I mean, everyone loves self-confidence, I guess. I feel like this is more of a girl question, kind of like where.
Well, just like
She's
that
like, what's-
sober, confident person is like, could be annoying because it's like, you're not even drunk and you're acting like this. You know, like they could kind of piss you off.
Yeah.
The drunk person, like they almost have an excuse for being overly confident in my mind, but everybody's got their own opinions.
Well, I mean, before we started this podcast, we had 2 vodkas each. So did we answer our own question?
I'm the drunk confident guy for sure. I guess that's why we're siding with ourselves. What would be like the funniest, craziest, wildest reason that you've ever had to cut somebody off?
I don't even know if I actually cut him off this day, but it's when you said it, it popped into my head. One of my he's actually one of my good friends now, but it was the first time I ever met him. He's my buddy Tommy. He was coming back from Manhattan, and I was bartending at Cabana, and he shows up from a Ranger game. It was him and my other 2 buddies. They come in from a limo, and they're hands up, like putting their heads out the ceiling. What do they
out
call
of the sunroof?
The
of
sunroof.
The limo? Yeah.
Yeah, and they're playing log flume. It's called, where they put you stand up outside outside the sunroof, and you tell the guy to hit the windshield wiper fluid, and they're going log flume.
And so they're getting sprayed with
they're
windshield.
Getting sprayed, total idiots. So they're coming for the Ranger game, and they come into Cabana, and this guy is mangled, absolutely mangled. I've never met him before. I'm still like pretty young, probably like 20, 21, and he comes out from behind. He comes up to the bar, and he looks at me like, "What's up, man? What do you got for shots here?" And I'm like, well, whatever you want, man. Like, and I knew the guys that he was with. And he goes, okay, let me get 2 Cafe Patrons, you and me. And I'm like, all right. So I grab the Cafe Patron, and I put it in the shaker, chill it up, and I pour it out. And we take the shot, and the guy takes it and goes all the way back like this. And then he fucking grabs the thing and throws up directly into it, right into the shaker. Not one drop on the bar. Perfect throw up.
That's impressive.
A perfect throw up.
That is really
I couldn't
impressive.
even be mad.
Yeah.
So from that day on, that guy's name was Tommy Cafe. So I still call him to this day. And that is one of the more memorable guys. I don't think I ever threw him out because of how perfect his.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard to. You got to respect that.
Got to respect the game. It's an athlete right there.
He could have just came and threw up all over you, all over your bar, and he got it all right in the right spot.
Perfect.
I don't know if
athlete.
that's the right spot, but it wasn't all over.
Real recognized real.
Yeah, for sure. You ever have a moment that like you were having a great time with the customer, everything's going great, and they just get to that point where they just flip on you?
You know, I'd say I have seen it, but in Minnesota's, like especially in the summertime, we have we do so much security here, and so
Okay.
like we're so like I'm not gonna say that you can't have fun in the place, but like if even it looks like you're about to fight, we have someone watching you right away.
Yeah.
So there's not a ton of bullshit, but I'm
But even
very
if it's not
fortunate. where-
fighting, just like, hey, I just had the best time with this guy for the last 4 hours. Now I gave him his tab and he's screaming at me. Like he's just flipping on you.
Oh yeah, well that's
Whatever.
every entitled like white girl and like that comes into
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I only had 9 fucking tequila sodas.
Yeah.
Why did you charge me that much?
Why'd you charge me for all 9 of
Give me a
them?
break,
Yeah.
lady. Holy hell.
But any like
You've
stories
been
that
here 7
stick
days
out,
this week.
like-
You finally got charged.
Yeah. Do you have a night that everything's working all good, everything's going as expected, and whatever, it just ends, it takes a turn, something happens? I mean, I know you have that night, but one that sticks out in your mind.
So the night before Hurricane Sandy, I'm bartending in Cabana, or I was barbacking, excuse me, for my buddy George, and he decided that he likes playing old school music, and we knew that there's no way this hurricane's gonna hit us. They fucking lied to us last year. Ain't happening this time. And meanwhile, the entire town of Long Beach has their windows boarded up with like plywood, and it looks like we're getting ready for a nuclear war. And George and I are working at Cabana, and we're like, hey, let's put $60 in the jukebox, and we will just play Sandy from Greece on repeat over and over and over and over and over again. So we listened to it nonstop. We had drinks. We were peeing our pants laughing, and then we're like, all right, let's come on down to Minnesota. I wasn't working here yet, but we came down here, and we did the exact same thing. We put a bunch of money in the jukebox. We played Sandy over and over and over again. We drank till 8 o'clock in the morning.
You guys were those customers that a lot of bartenders hate.
No, they loved us because
playing
how much
the
money
same song again and again on the jukebox. Right?
They loved because
Yeah, you guys had some energy.
we were all in the same boat for playing this song, and and mind you, the night before a potentially devastating hurricane. The only people in the bar are people we know,
right? Yeah, all
and the
locals.
bar owners, and so we probably stayed till 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're like, all right, guys, let's get out of here. And there's a light little drizzle going on, and we move on our way. And then we went to bed, and we woke up, and there were 16 feet of water rolling down my block, and everyone's house was gone. So I don't really want to say that we poked the bear, but I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And but the story of afterwards, forget everyone knows what happened during Sandy, but this whole West End community was destroyed. All the bungalows were gone. All these houses now had to be lifted, which is why it's even more beautiful now than it was before. But the community after the water went down, we went to work the next morning, gutting houses, helping people out, getting garbage out. My dad is a contractor in town, so he did our entire block, and to this day is still doing work for lifted houses and such like that. But then obviously people had to go. Like people evacuated and moved out of town, but the people that were working were allowed to stay. So we only had the National Guard here. It was just tanks driving people around. You
drove around in a tank?
There was literally tanks. And there was a curfew that you weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
So
we had that as well.
So I have a great story about a local legend his name was Malachi. He was this old Irish guy, bit of a drunk, but he loved the crack, and he was out drinking in Shines. And every night when Shines, which is like a local, one of the oldest bars on Long Island, 100-something years old, down the block, they were forced to close at, I don't remember if it was 8 or 10, but they had to close at whatever time. And they'd be like, Mal man, you live down on Ohio Street, which is about, close to 2 miles, mile and a half. They'd be like, you gotta get out. You gotta get out of here before the curfew goes. You're walking. And he would be absolutely wankered off his head. And he'd go, fuck that. The tanks take me home. And he would just walk out in the middle of the street, and then they go, whoa, 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 curfew, curfew. And he'd be like, all right, drive me. And they're like, oh, no, don't worry, it's Malachi again. Like, let's fucking go. Let's go. So he would go down. But the biggest takeaway from that whole Sandy experience was, I got to give a shout out to the Knights of Columbus across the street. Every single night, they did a free of charge, come on in. They would do trays of food, any beer you wanted, free. Like anyone that's working down here, anyone that's struggling, you come in. It was like a soup kitchen for the entire town. Unbelievable community, like one of the craziest
Knights
things
of Columbus,
you ever
you said?
Yeah, the Knights of Columbus.
Shout out to them. Yeah, that's super nice. And you have that tight community holding each other down.
So sick, dude.
I definitely see Long Beach is that.
Yeah.
That, hold each other down, tight community. Everybody's there for each other. That's awesome. And so here at Minnesota's and in Long Beach, I know there's always cool events going on. You guys always have fun stuff going on, something different something to make the regular weeknight or weekend more exciting. Can you tell us about a couple of those?
Yeah. So we just had one recently. We did one. We do it this is our 5th year doing it. This isn't specifically through Minnesota's, but my buddy Dennis Brennan and I, we decided they used to do a SantaCon in Long Beach, like for a firefighter who passed away years ago, and then they kind of aged out, so they stopped doing it. So we picked it up 5 years ago. We call it the Kringle Crawl now, and we partnered with the Jesse Gerhard Foundation, Jesse was a Long Beach, or he was an islip guy, moved to Long Beach.
Okay.
He passed away in a fire in Rockaway. So we started doing it through him. Then every year we do SantaCon from the beer garden all the way to the jetty. It's 15 stops. God bless you if you make it the whole way.
Yeah.
'Cause I know not many do, but it's such an insane day. Everyone dressed up. We sell sweatshirts. We raise money for an FDNY family that has someone pass away. So this year we had Pat Brady, was a Rockaway guy. He passed, and so we made the donation in his name to a couple FDNY families. We had the Addie Lou Foundation in Long Beach also we made a donation to. So that's something that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
And then something that kind of accidentally happened, which is one of the funniest days of my life every year, is the July 4th hot dog eating contest. So obviously everyone knows Nathan's does the hot dog show, and probably I think we're the same thing. We're in like year 5, year 6. One day I was like, yo, why don't we just do one on our own? We'll do it at the same time, same rules. We'll do it on the stage right back here. And we'll just do it for a goof. Like we'll laugh around and So I remember I came in like an hour before we were supposed to do it, and I set up 2 little folding tables like in front of the stage, thinking maybe. And I invited like 10 like popular people that would like bring friends. It wasn't even about like you being good at eating food,
Right.
and out of nowhere, 500 people show up, like pack the doors, where we have to move all the tables onto the stage. We have to really like reconfigure.
Right.
We need more buns. Get the buns. We're at 7-Eleven clearing out the buns. I'm in the supermarket. We're like, what the hell is going on? Every single person in town was in this place. And so on the fly, I had to like write up descriptions for people that I didn't, because I needed to buy time. So I knew that we could get a national anthem in that would definitely get that would be buy us 5 minutes.
Yeah, bring everybody together, everyone singing. Yeah.
So I did the old like, oh, say Ken, and then just put the mic out and had the crowd sing it.
Yep.
Well, I'm back now. Now I'm running in the back, figuring out what to do, like getting the hot dogs ready, doing this. Then I did like straight up WWE introductions for every single person that was competing.
Amazing.
Like made it all up. Like this guy eats more meat than Pete. Like he does, the ham of the land. Like everything. But the hot dog eating contest. So 2 years ago, it was thunder and lightning outside. So Nathan's started. They were going to cancel their competition on ESPN. So I get on the mic and I'm like, everyone, DM Joey Chestnut right now and get his ass to Long Beach. We're indoors. So now I got 300 people messaging him like, yo, but then Joey ended up telling ESPN that he wouldn't do the competition if ever again if they canceled it. So they ended up doing it in the rain. But we were this close.
Wasn't there something with Joey Chestnut too? Like in the last 2 years, like he was against something in the comp.
He partnered with vegan hot dogs.
Was that okay?
And they were like, "We're Nathan's. You cannot do that." So he ended up sitting out a year, but then he came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I remember that was a big deal. Joey Chestnut not performing. And do you have any other ones you want to reference, or like you want to get out, or I can just keep going with questions?
We got Irish Day, which is kind of a big day.
Let's talk about Irish Day. So you got the Kringle Crawl. You've got the hot dog eating contest. I know, like, I've heard of the turkey trot out here.
Yeah, the turkey
I know,
trot's a good one.
Irish Day.
Shout out Sperry.
Since it's a lot of Irish people out here, I know you guys have a crazy St. Patrick's Day. Tell us about Irish Day.
So we do Irish Day in October, which coincidentally ends up being on my birthday. We do it in. So
You guys think that's another coincidence?
Yeah, it's same friend of the Navigators Day. But it's the AOH runs it. I'm actually on the board for the AOH. We run the whole day. It's great for the community. We do a big parade, culture, all that stuff. But it's a giant party. Mm-hmm. And it kind of got censored for a couple years with the different city council that we had. But the last 2 years and we also got kind of a bad luck with rain the last 3 years. But it's been unbelievably successful for the last 3 years now, and it's gonna looking as long as the weather's good, we get a sick time for it as well. Yeah. Big parade, every bar you're allowed to drink on the streets. It's like I know you guys on Long Island do like a Live at 5 and stuff like that. Yep. It's very similar, but it's a mile long,
Right.
But there's so many crazy stories of Irish Day for me. Like I've only worked. I mean, I've worked every single Irish Day that I've drank alcohol in my entire life. Mm-hmm. The only time that I didn't, it was my 21st birthday, and it was on Irish Day, and my mom's gonna hate hearing this story, but we go to a pregame at like 10:30 in the morning.
Sorry, Mom.
And I'm coming back from Albany. It was at college up there, and am a better drinker than everyone else.
Uh-huh. I've done kegs and eggs.
I am cool. Yeah. I am cool.
At the fountain, right? At Albany?
At the fountain, yeah. So we're at this pregame. It's 10:30 in the morning, and they got the funnel out. And I'm, like everyone's drinking, we're having a good time. Someone busts out a bottle of J-Mo. I'm like, yo, throw that J-Mo in the funnel. I throw that J-Mo in the funnel. Fucking drink the whole thing. Literally an entire bottle of Jameson.
You funneled an entire bottle of J-Mo?
Everyone's looking at me like, what is wrong with you?
And what's about to happen in the next 10 minutes?
Yeah. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm a better drinker than you. I'm cool. So then we're like, all right, we're going to go down to the cabana, watch Shillelagh Law play, my favorite Irish band. And we're walking down the block, and there's another pregame going on right there. And these guys got another funnel, and they got a bottle of Fireball. But it's only like a half bottle of Fireball, not a full bottle of Fireball. So I poured the fucking bottle of Fireball down, funnel that bad boy too. And I'm like, let's go to fucking Shillelagh Law. We make it 2 more blocks, and I don't remember anything. And just apparently they had to carry me back to my parents' house. My mom was like away on a vacation, so my dad was there, and he just sees me, and he just starts spraying me with the hose. He's like, "You are an idiot," and like a cop or an ambulance comes by. And they're like, oh, my God, this guy needs help. And my dad's like, he's a dickhead. Like, just take him. Like, whatever. I don't care. And so we go. They transfer me to whatever hospital is in Rockaway, St. Mary's, St. something. And so I sleep. And I get an IV. And I wake up, obviously not remembering anything. And
but you had an IV, so you must be feeling pretty good.
I felt great. I'm like, first of all, I'm 21, and I got an IV for 3 hours. I felt electric. And so I'm like, okay, nurse, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize so much. Like, obviously I had too much to drink, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, no, yeah, it's okay. It happens. We understand. But we didn't get any of your information. Like, you don't have your wallet on you, nothing. Like, we're going to need to get that paperwork before you go. And I'm like, oh, absolutely. So she walks away, and I rip the fucking IVs out of my hand, and I go running out of the building. Yeah. And I'm barefoot running out of the hospital, knowing that like I'm gonna get like $1,000 charge for the ambulance ride plus whatever insurance is gonna go to my parents. I was like, I'm out of here. So I find like a regular taxi, which you don't even see anymore on the street. He drives me back to Long Beach, and I am stone sober. And it's only like 9:30 p.m. because when I got blacked out, it was like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
and I see all my boys in the window at Cabana. I walk back into the bar like Jesus walking on
place
water.
must have erupted.
Yo, they were like, "What the hell?
Back from the dead.
It's alive." Yeah, we had
that's
that.
incredible.
I've met one of my best friends in the world on Irish Day. Also, he was probably 15, barbacking, and at the end of the night, we're all cleaning up, and we had no idea where he was, and we had lined the whole bar with porta potties, and we have no idea where the hell this guy is. And I'm looking all over the place for him. No one finds him. So one of the barbacks goes and he's spraying out the porta potties. And finally, he's kicking one open. He kicks one open. There's my buddy, passed out, sleeping in the porta potty, with his arm completely immersed in the blue muck of the fucking porta potty. And when I tell you that his hand was blue for 4 days after that,
Yeah.
we had to call him Blue Hand Gary for the next.
That's still his name.
Till today,
Yeah,
it's Blue Hand Gary. It's unbelievable.
You work a lot of night shifts. You were telling us still. One of the, I find one of the most intriguing things is hearing about what people find when cleaning up at the end of the night. What are some the weirdest, funniest, caught you off guard?
Yeah.
A lot of people say they find wedding bands. I didn't realize that so many people were losing wedding bands.
You find rings, you find phones, you find. There was one of my friends, Melissa Schneider, her name is. She used to throw all of her business cards on the floor at the end of the night. So when people were looking, she does real estate, hit up Melissa Schneider.
Yeah.
I would come in here and I'd be like, what is going, I'm sweeping up at the end of the night. There's 80 business cards laying on the floor with your face. She's like, yeah, it's called marketing, Gavin. You don't understand.
Now she's the most successful real estate agent in Long Beach.
Now she's a billionaire.
It worked. Any beer reps or any kind of fun things like that you have a memory of or a story of or someone that sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, so normally, as most bartenders will probably know, when the beer rep comes in on a day shift, I want to hide because they just want to try and sell me something. And especially if you're just a bartender and you haven't taken over a manager role yet, it's get a guy, you're giving me this, this warm beer that was in your fucking car.
There's definitely a difference in the beer rep and the beer spend. I like it when the beer spend comes in. When the beer rep comes in, you're like, yeah. But I know what you're talking about.
When I was back in the day, we had this beer rep. I'm not going to spoil who it was because we could be in trouble. He worked for one company that was very similar to a competing other company.
Uh-huh.
And I would be bartending, and he would come in, and he said, hey, I have my credit card open. For every one of the competitors' glasses that you smash against that wall right now, I'll give you another $1 on your tip. And we would sit there like it was spring training. Bang, bang,
Mazel tov.
bang. This is, by the way, this is not Minnesota. This is another establishment. We are smashing things. And the owner would come in the next day. He's like the Spanish cleaner in the morning would be like, Senor, there is mucho glass all over the place. What the hell? I tried to get it all, man. I tried to get it all. That actually, just the cleaning story, just real quick, reminds me of.
Dude, we want to hear it all, please.
It reminds me of a time that I was working down the block, and this guy comes in. And he was mangled. It was a Sunday night, and we're all. It was casual. It wasn't like a crazy night, but this guy is. He was one of our boys, but he was ossified. He goes over to the wall, takes the fire extinguisher, and shoots it all over the air. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I was 18, 19 at the time. I'm like, start wiping it down, just wiping it, trying to clean everything. I don't know if you've ever tried to clean up a fire extinguisher. It is impossible.
It is impossible.
So I sat there. The bartender himself left. I was like, yo, just get out of here. I'll do the deep clean. I was there for 6 hours cleaning the entire bar.
It's like oily almost. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't come off.
And
Yeah.
I'm cleaning the bar top, the tables in the restaurant, the stuff on the shelves, everything. And I finally finish it at like, I'm gonna say it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm finally done, and I'm like, oh, all right. I walk out, I go to bed. Next morning I wake up. I did not realize how crazy fire extinguishers are, that it just goes to the other room and the entire kitchen is covered. Every pot, every pan, and this guy was nowhere near the kitchen.
Yeah.
It literally traveled all the way to every single pot, pan, fork, and knife into the kitchen.
And it all has a layer of
Yep.
fire extinguisher on it.
I was suspended for that one, which I really don't understand why I was, because I was just trying to help.
Yeah, you weren't the one doing it.
Yeah, but that'll happen.
That's great. Rapid fire questions. So you don't have to give crazy answers, but just no thinking. Just quick answers. Shots or beer?
It's usually shot and beer, but if I'm,
I guess, yeah.
yeah, but
If you had to.
yeah, I'm all about the long game, so I'd say that I'm more of a beer guy, but I also
Yeah, nothing
it's
against
not,
shots.
it's right there, guy.
Day shift or night shift?
Oh, night shift, forget about it.
Yeah.
Day shift, I want to pick my eyebrows out,
They can get boring for sure. Draft or bottle or can?
I'm a can guy.
Same.
I'm a can guy. We used to do old bottles here, and then people would just like start fights, break shit. It's just a liability. Why would you even use it? We
Yeah.
got cans, so easy.
Biggest pet peeve behind the bar?
On busy night, probably what I was telling you earlier, the Gavin.
Yeah.
If I don't know you and you're screaming my name like we went to elementary school together, we got problems.
Can't stand that. Yeah, I'm with you. Most overrated drink?
Probably the high noon. I'm like, guys, everyone's bugging about these high noons. We actually charge more money for a high noon than we do for a vodka soda. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, get the vodka soda. What are you thinking?
It's probably going to be stronger because
Exactly.
my hand's a little heavy. Drink you judge people for ordering?
Everyone says the Long Island iced tea. I mean,
That screams trouble.
yeah, it screams trouble. I think it also screams insecurity, where you don't know what to order.
Yeah.
Like, also, I would say a rum and Coke, because I think that shows you've never been in a bar before, and I think you're underage now, because that's just like what I ordered when I was sneaking in a bar, like underage. That's the only thing I knew what it was. So I would just be like,
And
rum and Coke.
especially like if you're a guy ordering a Malibu and Coke.
Yeah.
Like it's like half rum. It's not even rum.
We got problems. I remember.
I'm judging. I'm just telling you.
My
I'm judging.
dad. My dad drinks Stolio soda. After like he drinks beers, he goes to Stolio soda.
Yeah.
And I went down to Puerto Rico for the first time as like an adult, and I'm in the bar. Or not, when I say adult, I mean adult down there. But like, I wanted to order something that I thought was, older.
Yeah.
So
My dad drinks this.
Yeah, my dad drinks this. So I got a Stolio soda and I drank it, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? It's like my first JMO shot ever. I felt it from the top of my head to the bottom of my toe. I was like, oh my God, this is awful. Now it's like 60% of my bloodstream.
Open bar for an event, like a wedding or whatever. You guys sell, tickets to open bar. A dream or a nightmare?
I think it's a dream. I think it's a dream here specifically.
Yeah.
It just takes away the stress of having to deal
Closing
with
out.
it, having to close people in, close people out. The only pain in the ass is like you don't include shots, and most of the open bar parties that we have here are people that I know. So it's like, Gav, come on, let's do a bomb shot. Like, you're probably gonna get it, but
And
it's
you,
not
you
supposed
know
to
that
happen.
you're giving in, doing a bunch of Jager bombs.
Yeah, exactly.
Worst closing duty?
Worst closing duty, credit card receipts.
Okay.
Credit card receipts these days, no one pays with cash anymore.
Yep.
Especially on a busy night, we could have thousands and thousands
just
and
adjusting
thousands
for hours.
just sitting there. Then after you do 5, the computer's like slow and it's like resetting, and you got all these problems. And then people don't remember what they put on their tab, so they dispute it. I'm like, what, guy? You're disputing a $5 tip right now? We got problems. But yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah. And your favorite type of regular?
Someone who comes on the slow days, not the Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I won't remember you on Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
But if you come and see me on Monday Night Football, well, we don't. This time of the year we're not open, but in the summertime.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Thursday, come have a couple of beers. Just not even. I'm not asking you to stay for 4 hours. Come in, throw a 20 down, have 2 beers.
Yeah.
Go on your way. Say hello. Keep me awake. You know,
Right.
keep me entertained. Let's do this. But that's most of my people, which I love very much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You love your regulars. You've been in this industry like 17 years, we've said. Out of all those years, you've got to have one moment, your Bartender Bangaz wildest moment, something that just sticks out in your mind, just jumps out at you from beginning till now.
You know, it wouldn't be give it justice to just give it to one moment, because I think it's a collective thing, and I've talked about, you know, the contests and Irish Day and all the crazy stories that happened late night here, after hours, all that. But there's nothing that like makes me feel good than there's a thing in Long Beach where no matter where you are, who's in the bar, it doesn't even have to be like my crew, it could be anyone. When the song Dancing on My Own by Robin plays, and every single person in the bar just shirt pops, and the place is going absolutely nuts.
That's a thing out here.
It's Dancing on My Own.
I'm just
Everyone
dancing.
just gives one little side look to each other, and then it's boom, shirts off. Everyone's going nuts, up on the bar, going crazy.
And security's not caring. They don't.
No, well,
they can't stop it.
You know what's funny? I can remember probably about 4 years ago, the bouncers freaked the hell out about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo. Then I started taking it off behind the bar. I'm like, what are we going to do now?
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, whatever, you're a dick. Okay. And now, but it happens. It's not just here. It's any bar you go into in Long Beach. If that song plays, the entire community is just shirt popping,
Shirts off, and
tarps off, going nuts.
That's awesome.
And we're dancing on our own. That's it. Long Beach fairy tale.
Yeah. So if you're ever out in Long Beach and you hear Dancing on My Own, shirt off,
Yeah.
over your head.
Rolling.
If you get kicked out, just tell them Gavin from
Gavin said, yeah. Trust
Gavin
me, they
from
know.
Minnesota has
They
told
know.
you to do it.
They know.
Dude, you've been an amazing guest. I can't thank you guys enough. You, Minnesotas, for doing
for
this.
having me. Thank you for
We're probably
having
going to have to come back out here and do a second episode with you, because I know
got
you've got a lot more stories to tell. Unfortunately, we have to cut it off at this point. But you're the man. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate you so much.
Talk about this production team as well. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to follow, subscribe. Let's go. Bartender Bangaz, excuse me.
I'm not even going to have to do the outro. This is great. He's taking my job. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Bartender Bangaz. Big special shout out to Minnesotas for letting us film here. Bigger shout out to Gavin for being the dopest guest we've had. If you guys are liking these episodes, like, comment, subscribe, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube especially. Follow us. And if you're a bartender that wants to be on this podcast, please slide into our DMs. We'd love to have you. Keep your weekends banging, not boring, and I'll catch you next week. Peace.